Layers of the Soul, Esoteric Teachings on Self and Purpose. Introduction. The Journey of Uncovering the True Self. In the quiet sanctuary of your inner world lies a vast, untapped reservoir of wisdom, a timeless truth that beckons you to explore beyond the surface, to journey through the layers of your being. This journey, rooted in the ancient teachings of mystical traditions, is one of self-discovery and alignment with universal truths. The path is not linear. It is a spiral, winding through hidden realms of the psyche and soul, inviting you to release what no longer serves and embrace the core essence of who you truly are. This book serves as a guide to that inner journey, each chapter peeling back a layer, revealing a step closer to the luminous truth that resides within you. In the Gnostic, Rosicrucian, and Hermetic traditions, the quest for self-knowledge is seen as sacred work, a journey into the heart of existence, where the individual soul meets the universal spirit. These teachings remind us that the layers we carry, our beliefs, fears, identities, are but veils, concealing the eternal self beneath. To uncover this essence is to reunite with the divine spark within, a piece of the cosmos that is uniquely expressed through you. This journey is not one of attaining, but of remembering, of awakening to the truth that you have always been whole, that your purpose and potential lie within, awaiting your recognition. Through each chapter, we will traverse different dimensions of self-awareness, exploring the soul's depth, the masks we wear, and the lessons we are here to learn. These teachings invite a gentle yet powerful transformation, one that encourages you to see life as a series of mirrors, each reflecting a part of your own soul. By moving through these layers, you will uncover not only your purpose but also a sense of peace that arises from being in alignment with universal wisdom. This alignment brings harmony, as the mind, heart, and soul begin to resonate with a truth that is timeless, grounded, and deeply fulfilling. This journey is one of curiosity and openness, an invitation to meet yourself anew with each turn of the page. The path of self-discovery is not always easy. It asks for courage, honesty, and the willingness to release what you have outgrown. But in return, it offers gifts beyond measure, a profound sense of purpose, a clarity of vision, and the quiet strength that comes from knowing who you are. With each layer you explore, you will move closer to the sacred center of your being, to the unchanging part of you that is forever aligned with the heartbeat of the universe. As you embark on this journey, approach it with reverence and openness. The truths you uncover may challenge you, but they will also liberate you, guiding you toward a deeper understanding of your place in the cosmos. Know that each step is a revelation, a sacred act of reconnecting with your essence. Embrace this path, for it is one of coming home to yourself, a return to the quiet sanctum within where all answers, all truths, and all purpose dwell, waiting for you to remember. Before we dive into this transformative audiobook, hit like and subscribe if you're ready to learn something truly powerful. Your support helps bring more audiobooks like this to the channel. Thanks for being with us. Chapter 1. The Essence of the Soul, an Introduction to Inner Light. Imagine, if you will, a light within you that has burned since the beginning of time. A spark of divine origin, untouched by circumstance, unshaken by the winds of life's trials. This is the essence of your soul, a radiant core that holds within it the knowledge of all that you are and all that you are meant to become. It is a presence, quiet yet undeniable, that calls you gently toward the truth of who you are. Mystical traditions have long spoken of this inner light, a piece of universal consciousness gifted to each of us, guiding our journey through existence. This light is not separate from the universe. It is a microcosm of the infinite, a piece of the divine manifesting through you. In Gnostic teachings, this inner light is often referred to as the divine spark, an unbreakable link between the human soul and the universal spirit. It is a part of you that remains pure and unaltered, a reminder of the vast, eternal source from which all creation flows. To know this part of yourself is to experience a profound alignment with the greater mysteries of existence. The journey of self-discovery is, at its core, an awakening to this inner light, a gradual peeling away of layers until the essence shines brightly, illuminating your path with clarity and purpose. This light does not require perfection. It merely asks to be seen, to be recognized as the wellspring of your true nature. The soul's journey is a dance of remembering, a gentle unfolding that leads you back to the divine essence within. Each experience, every challenge and joy, brings you closer to this light, encouraging you to look beyond the surface, to glimpse the eternal beneath the temporal. The Rosicrucians spoke of the soul's evolution as an alchemical process, a purification through which the spirit becomes fully aware of its divine origins. Life, with all its complexities, is the crucible within which the soul's light is refined and brought to consciousness. When we recognize this, we see that every moment is an opportunity to reconnect with our essence, to let our inner light guide us toward a life of authenticity and truth. To connect with this inner light, we must cultivate a sense of stillness, a quiet space within where the mind's chatter fades and the soul's voice can be heard. In the silence of introspection, the light within begins to grow clearer, revealing insights and guidance that are unique to your path. This is a deeply personal journey, one that cannot be rushed or forced, for the soul speaks in whispers, not demands. Trust in the unfolding, knowing that each moment of presence brings you closer to the center of your being, to a place of inner peace where the light shines without obstruction. As this light grows, you will find that it has the power to illuminate not only your own life but also the lives of those around you. In this moment, take a breath and reflect on the essence of your soul. What does this light mean to you? Can you feel its presence within, a quiet and eternal source of strength and wisdom? Let this light remind you of your inherent worth, your connection to all that is, and the purpose that awaits you as you move through life with an open heart. As you explore this journey of self-discovery, carry with you the knowledge that this inner light is a guiding force, a beacon that will lead you back to yourself, to the depths of your soul, and to the truth of who you are meant to be. Chapter 2. Peeling away the layers of conditioning. As we move through life, we inevitably collect layers, like garments draped over the core of who we are. These layers are woven from the beliefs, expectations, and judgments that surround us, threads of conditioning shaped by culture, family, society, and time. Each layer covers a piece of our true self, veiling the light of our essence beneath constructs and roles that may not be of our own choosing. The journey of self-discovery calls for an unveiling, a peeling away of these layers until we stand in alignment with our authentic self, free from the weight of imposed identities. This unveiling is not an act of discarding. It is a return, a homecoming to the truth that has always existed beneath the surface. The Rosicrucian tradition speaks of the false self as an accumulation of external influences that distance us from our divine nature. This false self is like a mask, constructed to meet the expectations of others, to secure approval, and to feel a sense of belonging. But over time, this mask grows heavy, obscuring our essence and creating a dissonance between who we are and who we present to the world. We may begin to lose sight of our own desires, values, and passions, replacing them with beliefs we have unconsciously adopted from others. To peel away these layers is to engage in an act of profound courage, to ask, "Who am I beneath all of this?" and to let the answer reveal itself in silence and honesty. Uncovering the layers of conditioning is a delicate and intentional process, one that requires us to gently confront the parts of ourselves that we have hidden or neglected. It is an invitation to question, to observe without judgment, and to allow what no longer serves us to fall away. This process may feel like a shedding, a gradual release of identities and beliefs that once felt safe but now feel restrictive. Each layer we release brings us closer to the essence within, allowing the light of our soul to shine more brightly, unburdened by expectations that do not belong to us. With each layer that falls away, we reclaim a piece of our truth, our freedom, and our power. To see these layers clearly, we must cultivate awareness and curiosity, looking at our lives with the eyes of a seeker rather than a judge. Where do we feel most inauthentic? In what situations do we feel ourselves slipping into roles or masks that feel untrue? These are the questions that guide us toward understanding our conditioning. Perhaps it is in the need to please others, or in the pursuit of achievements that bring little satisfaction. As we recognize these patterns, we can begin to release them, letting go of the fears, attachments, and beliefs that keep us from living in alignment with our true self. This is not a process of rejection but of gentle acknowledgement and acceptance of the path that has led us here, and the courage to take a new path forward. As you reflect on the layers you carry, ask yourself, what aspects of myself feel heavy, like garments I no longer wish to wear? What parts of my life feel shaped by others' expectations rather than my own truth? Imagine, just for a moment, standing free of these layers, connected to the pure essence of your being. Know that beneath every layer lies a core untouched, unaltered by time or influence, waiting to be seen, heard, and honored. The journey of self-discovery is, in essence, a return to this untouched core, a process of peeling away until nothing remains but the light that you are. Chapter 3. The Search for Inner Truth, Listening to the Higher Self. Beneath the noise of daily life, there exists a voice of quiet wisdom, a gentle presence that has guided you through every step of your journey. This voice, often referred to as the higher self, is the part of you that sees beyond the temporary and perceives the vast expanse of your soul's path. It is not clouded by fear or ego. It speaks with a clarity that is unmistakable, yet subtle. This higher self is the bridge between your physical existence and the divine essence within, a timeless part of you that holds the knowledge of your true purpose and desires. To listen to this voice is to open yourself to a deeper understanding of who you are and why you are here. Hermetic philosophy teaches us that the higher self is an aspect of universal consciousness individualized within each soul. This inner guide does not push or demand but waits patiently, offering wisdom and insight when we are ready to listen. The higher self is like a beacon, illuminating the path forward while honoring our freedom to choose. It is the source of intuition, the inner knowing that nudges us toward what is right, even when the mind is filled with doubt. The higher self sees through the illusions of ego and separation, gently guiding us back to alignment with our true nature. By tuning into this inner guide, we begin to make choices that resonate with our soul's purpose, creating a life that is both meaningful and aligned. To hear the voice of the higher self, we must cultivate stillness and openness, learning to quiet the mind so that the subtle wisdom within can emerge. In a world that often values noise and urgency, this can be a challenging practice. Yet, in moments of silence, whether through meditation, nature, or simple reflection, the presence of the higher self becomes more tangible. Its guidance often appears as a sense of calm certainty, a whisper that transcends logical thought. This voice does not always give answers in words. Sometimes, it comes as a feeling, a gentle pull in a certain direction, or an instinct that defies explanation. The more we trust this guidance, the more clearly it speaks, helping us navigate the complexities of life with grace. Listening to the higher self is an act of trust, a surrendering of control to something greater within us. It requires faith in the unseen, a belief that there is wisdom beyond our immediate understanding. As we learn to trust this inner guidance, we become less attached to external validation, finding fulfillment in the quiet knowing that we are aligned with our soul's path. This shift from external to internal guidance is transformative, allowing us to live in harmony with our deepest truths. The higher self does not promise a life free from challenges, but it does offer a path of authenticity and growth, where each step brings us closer to our purpose and to a sense of peace that is rooted in the soul. Take a moment to reflect on the times when you have felt guided by something deeper, a knowing that seemed to come from within. How did it feel? What choices did it lead you to make? Allow yourself to recognize that this guidance is always available, a constant presence that only requires your attention to reveal its wisdom. Trust that your higher self is here to support you, to help you navigate the journey with insight and love. As you open to this voice, you align with a truth that transcends the temporary, finding within yourself a source of wisdom that is both ancient and deeply personal. Chapter 4. Discovering Soul Contracts and Life Lessons. In the tapestry of existence, each soul weaves its own path, guided not by chance but by intention. Before entering this lifetime, your soul chose specific experiences, relationships, and challenges to shape your journey, all part of what mystics refer to as soul contracts. These agreements are not binding in the traditional sense. Rather, they are opportunities for growth, chosen with care to bring forth certain lessons, to develop strengths, and to awaken latent qualities within you. Soul contracts are the framework within which we experience life's trials and triumphs, inviting us to embrace the unique lessons our soul has chosen for its evolution. Rosicrucian teachings, along with other mystical philosophies, speak of reincarnation and the idea that each lifetime is a chapter in the soul's greater journey, each filled with themes and lessons that build upon previous experiences. According to this view, our souls enter each life with a sense of purpose, bringing with them the wisdom of past lives and choosing experiences that will deepen their understanding of love, resilience, forgiveness, and compassion. The difficulties we encounter are not punishments but invitations to grow, challenges that mirror the lessons our souls are ready to learn. When we approach life from this perspective, even the most painful experiences take on new meaning, becoming portals through which our soul's essence is refined. Soul contracts often reveal themselves through recurring patterns and relationships. These are the people, situations, and challenges that seem to appear repeatedly, as if urging us to pay closer attention. Perhaps you have experienced a relationship that brought intense joy and equally intense sorrow, or a situation that reappears in various forms, asking you to respond differently each time. These patterns are not coincidences but signposts on the soul's path, signals that there is a lesson to be learned, an aspect of self to be understood and integrated. The choices we make in response to these patterns shape our growth, leading us either toward a higher understanding or back into the cycle until the lesson is fully absorbed. Understanding our soul contracts does not mean that life becomes easier or free of challenge. Rather, it gives us a sense of purpose within our struggles, a reason to persevere with grace and curiosity. When we see our challenges as chosen aspects of our journey, we approach them with greater acceptance, recognizing that each experience, no matter how difficult, holds a key to our growth. This shift in perspective allows us to move through life with resilience, finding strength in the knowledge that every obstacle has a role in the unfolding of our soul's potential. It is through these challenges that our inner wisdom grows, illuminating the path forward with a deeper awareness of our place in the greater cosmic order. Reflect on the recurring themes and relationships in your life. Are there patterns that seem to follow you, experiences that challenge you in similar ways? Consider the possibility that these patterns are reflections of your soul contracts, opportunities to learn, grow, and transcend. What lessons do they offer? By embracing these lessons, you step more fully into your journey, aligning with the purpose that your soul has chosen. With each realization, you release yourself from cycles of repetition, moving forward with clarity, empowered by the knowledge that your life is part of a grander design, woven from the threads of choice, growth, and soul-deep purpose. Chapter 5. Understanding the Shadow Self, Embracing Hidden Aspects of the Soul. Within each of us lies a hidden realm, a place where parts of ourselves linger in darkness, tucked away from the light of our everyday awareness. This hidden realm is known as the shadow self, a collection of traits, desires, and aspects we may deny or repress, fearing that they are too raw, too intense, or simply incompatible with the image we wish to project. The shadow is not our enemy. Rather, it is a part of our soul that holds immense power and wisdom, waiting to be acknowledged. To understand the shadow is to embrace the totality of who we are, to bring light to the parts of ourselves we have hidden, and in doing so, to reclaim a deeper sense of wholeness. The Gnostic and mystical traditions teach that the shadow self is a necessary companion on the path to self-realization. Just as night balances day, the shadow provides contrast, helping us to see ourselves with greater clarity. The parts of us we reject, the anger, the fears, the desires we deem unacceptable, are often rich sources of insight, containing truths that can free us from the constraints of the false self. The shadow is the keeper of our forgotten wisdom, a mirror that reflects both our unhealed wounds and our hidden strengths. In embracing the shadow, we do not glorify our darkness but instead honor it as part of the sacred tapestry of our being, a necessary counterpart to our inner light. Engaging with the shadow self is a process of deep inner work, one that requires honesty, compassion, and courage. It involves looking into the aspects of ourselves we have turned away from, acknowledging them without judgment, and allowing them to be seen. Often, the shadow reveals itself through projections, qualities we criticize or envy in others, emotions that arise in certain situations, or intense reactions that seem disproportionate to the moment. By exploring these responses, we can begin to unravel the hidden layers of our own psyche, discovering parts of ourselves that have been calling out for acceptance and integration. This work may be challenging, but it is profoundly liberating, freeing us from the weight of suppressed energy that drains our vitality and limits our growth. When we welcome the shadow, we reclaim the parts of our soul that hold resilience, creativity, and power. These qualities, hidden beneath layers of fear or shame, are vital to our wholeness. By acknowledging our shadow, we access a fuller range of human experience and depth, allowing us to live with greater authenticity and compassion. This integration does not mean acting out our darkest impulses. Rather, it means recognizing their origins and understanding the messages they carry. In doing so, we transform the shadow from something feared into a source of strength, a reminder that we are complex beings capable of both light and depth. The shadow, once embraced, becomes a bridge to the deeper wisdom of the soul, teaching us that all parts of ourselves are worthy of acceptance. Take a moment to reflect on the parts of yourself that you have hidden or rejected. What emotions or traits do you suppress or deny? What would it mean to welcome these aspects with compassion, to view them not as flaws but as facets of your soul's journey? Imagine the freedom that might come from embracing the whole of who you are, shadow and light alike. As you bring awareness to these hidden parts, know that you are not alone. The shadow is a universal aspect of the human experience, and in facing it, you join a lineage of seekers who have walked the path of self-discovery and transformation. By welcoming the shadow, you step closer to the fullness of your being, to a life of depth, wisdom, and unwavering authenticity. Chapter 6: Archetypes of the Soul, Recognizing Patterns and Roles. Within the depths of our psyche, there exist ancient symbols, archetypal patterns that shape our behaviors, dreams, and aspirations. These archetypes, often described as universal symbols or roles, are energies that have lived within the human experience since time immemorial. They are the healer, the seeker, the warrior, the creator, and countless others, each carrying unique qualities and lessons. To recognize the archetypes that resonate within us is to understand the roles our soul has chosen to explore in this lifetime. Through these archetypes, we find meaning and purpose, uncovering the ways in which we are connected to the greater story of humanity. The concept of archetypes has deep roots in both esoteric philosophy and Jungian psychology, suggesting that these universal patterns dwell within the collective unconscious, shared by all. In Rosicrucian and Hermetic teachings, archetypes are viewed as the symbolic expressions of the soul's journey, aspects of divine consciousness reflected in human form. Each archetype holds specific wisdom, qualities, and challenges, offering a path of growth and self-understanding. By aligning with these archetypal energies, we tap into a source of timeless knowledge, connecting with the roles that bring our soul's purpose to life. Through the lens of archetypes, we begin to see our experiences not as isolated events but as part of a larger, interconnected tapestry. Identifying the archetypes that influence our lives requires us to look within and observe the patterns that recur in our thoughts, actions, and relationships. These patterns often reveal themselves through the roles we naturally gravitate toward, the qualities we embody, and even the struggles we encounter. Perhaps you feel drawn to the archetype of the healer, finding fulfillment in nurturing and supporting others, or perhaps the seeker, endlessly pursuing knowledge and understanding. Some may resonate with the warrior, embracing courage and resilience, while others feel the call of the visionary, seeking to bring forth new ideas and inspire change. By recognizing these roles, we gain insight into our deepest drives and values, understanding the unique gifts we are here to share with the world. Embracing our archetypes also means accepting the shadow sides of these roles, for every archetype carries both light and shadow. The healer, for instance, may struggle with boundaries, feeling compelled to give beyond what is healthy. The seeker may battle restlessness, always searching for fulfillment in the next discovery. These shadows are not failures but integral parts of our growth, teaching us balance and self-awareness. In acknowledging both the light and shadow of our archetypes, we cultivate a more nuanced understanding of ourselves, a recognition that these energies are not rigid labels but dynamic forces that evolve as we do. Each archetype invites us to explore a different facet of our soul's potential, to live in alignment with the energies that resonate most deeply within us. Reflect on the archetypes that resonate with you. What roles do you find yourself embodying in your life, and what qualities do you feel called to express? Are there archetypes that surface during times of challenge or inspiration? As you explore these symbolic roles, know that each archetype brings you closer to your soul's purpose, guiding you toward a fuller expression of your true self. These archetypes are not merely ideas. They are living energies within you, pathways that connect you to the universal wisdom shared by countless souls across time. By honoring the archetypes within, you honor the journey of your soul, embracing the roles you are here to play and the gifts you are here to bring into the world. Chapter 7. The Language of Symbols, Understanding the Soul's Messages. Symbols are the language of the soul, the hidden language through which the deeper self communicates its wisdom. They appear in our dreams, in moments of synchronicity, and even in the images and patterns that catch our attention during daily life. These symbols speak in a way that transcends words, guiding us toward insights that might otherwise remain hidden. In ancient mystical traditions, symbols are seen as doorways to understanding, carrying messages from the subconscious to the conscious mind. By attuning ourselves to these symbols, we open a channel of communication with our soul, learning to interpret its messages and align ourselves with the truths it reveals. In Hermetic and Gnostic teachings, symbols are revered as vessels of hidden knowledge, capable of holding layers of meaning that the rational mind cannot easily grasp. A symbol like the serpent, for example, may carry meanings of transformation, healing, or wisdom, depending on the context in which it appears. Similarly, recurring images or themes in our lives act as symbols, inviting us to look beyond the literal and explore the message they carry. These symbols serve as mirrors, reflecting the inner landscapes of our psyche, revealing what we need to see and understand. When we pay attention to the symbols that resonate with us, we begin to decode the language of our soul, translating its wisdom into conscious insight. Symbols often emerge in times of transition or emotional intensity, guiding us through periods of uncertainty and growth. They may appear in dreams, offering messages that bypass the filters of the conscious mind, or they may manifest as repeated patterns or events, urging us to pay attention. These moments of synchronicity are not mere coincidences but echoes from the soul, pointing us toward what is ready to be understood or integrated. By recognizing these signs, we become participants in a dialogue with our deeper self, learning to trust in the guidance that symbols provide. Each symbol is an invitation to reflect, to pause and consider what aspect of our journey it may be illuminating. To interpret the symbols in our lives, we must approach them with openness and curiosity, allowing them to reveal their meaning rather than imposing our own interpretations. Symbols are not always straightforward. They often carry a blend of personal and universal meaning, shaped by our individual experiences as well as collective archetypes. A bird in a dream, for instance, may signify freedom to one person, transformation to another, or even a specific memory or emotion. By tuning into our intuition and reflecting on the feelings that arise, we allow the symbols to unfold their unique significance. This process of interpretation is not analytical but intuitive, a communion with the deeper layers of our being. Reflect on the symbols that appear in your life. What images, objects, or patterns seem to call out to you? Are there recurring themes in your dreams or in your surroundings that seem to carry a message? Consider these symbols as gifts from your soul, gentle nudges to help you navigate your path with greater awareness. Each symbol offers a piece of the puzzle, a fragment of truth that, when woven together, reveals the deeper fabric of your journey. Trust in the language of symbols, for it is the soul's way of guiding you home to yourself, whispering the insights that will bring you closer to the understanding and wisdom that already resides within. Chapter 8. Living in Harmony with Universal Truths. To live in harmony with universal truths is to align oneself with the natural rhythms of existence, the timeless principles that govern both the cosmos and the soul. These truths, such as compassion, integrity, and interconnectedness, serve as guiding stars on the path to inner peace and purpose. They are not bound by culture, era, or belief. Rather, they are fundamental aspects of the human experience, shared across mystical traditions and philosophies. Gnostic and Rosicrucian teachings remind us that to embody these truths is to live authentically, to become a vessel through which universal wisdom flows into the world. By cultivating this alignment, we connect with the deepest aspects of ourselves, finding purpose and fulfillment in a life attuned to something greater. The essence of these universal truths lies in their simplicity. They do not demand adherence to rigid doctrine but instead call us to live with integrity, kindness, and awareness of the interconnected web of life. Compassion, for instance, is not merely an ideal but a way of being that recognizes the shared humanity in all beings. When we act with compassion, we honor the inherent dignity of each soul, bridging the illusion of separation and affirming our connection to the whole. Integrity, likewise, is the foundation upon which trust and authenticity are built, a commitment to act in alignment with our values and truths. These principles serve as anchors, rooting us in a life of purpose and allowing our actions to resonate with the harmony of the universe. Living in alignment with universal truths requires a delicate balance of inner reflection and outer action. It is not enough to understand these principles intellectually. They must be embodied, woven into the fabric of our daily lives. Each choice, no matter how small, is an opportunity to live in accordance with these truths, to express compassion in our interactions, honesty in our words, and respect in our relationships. When we stray from these principles, we feel an inner dissonance, a sense of being out of sync with our own essence. This dissonance serves as a gentle reminder, guiding us back to the path of alignment. The soul recognizes harmony, and in living these truths, we find a sense of peace that is deeply rooted and resilient. The mystical traditions teach that aligning with universal truths is not only a path to personal fulfillment but also a contribution to the greater good. Each of us is a thread in the vast tapestry of existence, and the way we live our lives affects the whole. When we act with compassion, integrity, and love, we send ripples into the collective consciousness, uplifting not only ourselves but also those around us. This is the quiet power of living in harmony. It is a form of service, a way of bringing light into the world simply by embodying the best within us. Through this alignment, we become conduits for universal wisdom, allowing it to flow through us and inspire others. Reflect on the areas in your life where you feel most aligned with these universal truths and where you may feel a disconnect. Are there places where you could bring more compassion, honesty, or understanding? Imagine what it would mean to live each day in full alignment with these principles, letting them guide your thoughts, words, and actions. As you commit to living in harmony with these truths, you invite a profound peace and clarity into your life, a sense of purpose that is unshakable because it is rooted in the timeless, universal essence of your being. Know that this alignment is both your path and your destination, a journey that leads ever deeper into the heart of truth and wisdom. Chapter 9. Awakening to the Soul's Purpose, Understanding Divine Will. Each soul carries within it a unique purpose, a calling that resonates with the rhythm of the universe, woven into the fabric of existence. This purpose is not dictated by external expectations or fleeting desires but is a part of the soul's blueprint, a reflection of the divine will that brought us into being. To awaken to this purpose is to embark on a journey of discovery and surrender, aligning one's intentions with the higher wisdom that flows through all things. The Hermetic concept of alignment with divine order speaks to this sacred union between personal purpose and universal intention. When we open ourselves to this alignment, we become channels for a deeper, wiser force, and life unfolds with clarity and grace. The path to discovering our soul's purpose begins with listening, not only to our own desires but also to the whispers of the divine that flow through us. In mystical teachings, purpose is often revealed not as a destination but as a way of being, an unfolding that takes place as we live in harmony with our true nature. This purpose may not always be clear in its details. It often emerges in pieces, revealed through moments of passion, inspiration, or profound stillness. To understand divine will is to cultivate patience and trust, recognizing that our soul's purpose will reveal itself as we are ready to embody it. It is a gradual awakening, a deepening awareness that what we seek is already a part of us, waiting to be expressed in its own time. In aligning with divine will, we release the need to control every outcome, allowing our path to be shaped by something greater than personal ambition. This does not mean abandoning our dreams or desires. Rather, it means approaching them with an open heart, ready to be guided by a higher wisdom. When our intentions are aligned with divine purpose, we find that doors open effortlessly, connections emerge, and opportunities appear as if by design. Obstacles, too, become less daunting, for we understand them as necessary steps in our growth, challenges that deepen our understanding and refine our purpose. This alignment with divine will brings a sense of peace, a knowing that our lives are part of a greater pattern, unfolding perfectly. Awakening to the soul's purpose also means embracing the unique gifts and strengths that we have been given, for these are clues to the role we are meant to play. Each soul carries a distinct set of talents, inclinations, and values, all of which are integral to the fulfillment of its purpose. To honor these gifts is to recognize them as tools given by the divine, instruments through which we can bring forth our highest potential. Our purpose is not to imitate the lives of others but to listen deeply to the song of our own soul, to let it guide us in creating a life that reflects our truth. When we follow this inner guidance, we contribute to the harmony of the universe, each of us a unique note in the symphony of existence. Reflect on the moments in your life when you have felt a deep sense of fulfillment or alignment, times when you felt connected to something greater within yourself. What activities, people, or experiences bring you closest to this feeling? Consider that these moments are not random but are reflections of your soul's purpose, guiding you toward a life that is both meaningful and aligned with divine will. As you embrace this purpose, trust that you are supported by the universe, that your path is blessed, and that each step forward brings you closer to the fullness of your being. In this awakening, you discover that purpose is not something to be chased. It is something to be lived, an unfolding that reveals the beauty and truth of your soul's journey. Chapter 10. Cultivating Inner Wisdom, Listening to the Soul's Voice. Amid the clamor of everyday life, there exists a quiet, steady voice within you, one that speaks with a wisdom untouched by the passing of time. This is the voice of the soul, the seat of inner wisdom that whispers truths the mind cannot always grasp. In every mystical tradition, this inner guidance is revered as a compass, a source of knowledge that aligns us with our highest path. To listen to the soul's voice is to open ourselves to a deeper knowing, a wisdom that transcends logic and invites us to trust in the unseen. Cultivating this inner wisdom is an act of faith, a commitment to honoring the subtle insights that arise from the depths of our being. In Gnostic teachings, intuition is seen as the soul's language, a direct line to the divine intelligence that moves through all things. This intuitive knowing bypasses the mind's tendency to question and analyze. It emerges as a pure understanding, often gentle yet profound. The soul's voice is subtle, rarely demanding attention, and it often reveals itself in the stillness between thoughts, in the quiet moments when we are fully present. It may come as a feeling, a fleeting image, or a sense of clarity that defies explanation. This inner wisdom does not argue or persuade. It simply exists, inviting us to listen, to trust, and to follow where it leads. Cultivating a connection to the soul's voice requires practice and patience. It asks us to create space within ourselves, to set aside the distractions of the outer world and turn our attention inward. This may take the form of meditation, journaling, or simply moments of reflection in which we let go of preconceived ideas and listen without judgment. Over time, as we learn to discern the difference between the soul's quiet guidance and the mind's incessant chatter, our intuition strengthens. We begin to recognize the soul's voice as a constant presence, a wellspring of wisdom that is always available, waiting patiently for us to seek its counsel. Trusting in the soul's voice also means developing a relationship of trust with ourselves. It requires us to move beyond doubt, to release the need for external validation, and to honor our inner knowing as sacred. This journey towards self-trust is not always easy. It may ask us to make choices that challenge the expectations of others or to follow paths that defy conventional wisdom. Yet each time we listen to our inner guidance and act upon it, we affirm our connection to our own truth. With each choice, our faith in our intuition deepens, and we come to rely less on the opinions of others, finding our strength within. This self-trust is the foundation of inner wisdom, a recognition that the answers we seek are already within us. Reflect on a moment in your life when you followed your intuition, when you allowed the soul's voice to guide you despite uncertainty or fear. How did it feel to trust in that inner knowing? What did this choice reveal to you about your own wisdom and strength? As you cultivate a relationship with your soul's voice, know that you are nurturing a sacred connection, a line of communication between your human experience and the eternal essence within. In this relationship, you will find a wellspring of guidance, a source of strength and clarity that will serve you on every step of your journey. Trust in this voice, for it is the light that illuminates the path to your highest truth. As we near the conclusion, if you've been enjoying the audiobook, make sure to hit like and subscribe. Drop a comment below and share your biggest takeaway. Chapter 11. Embracing the Journey, Living in Alignment with the Soul. The journey of self-discovery and alignment with the soul is not a destination but a way of being, a continuous unfolding that deepens and transforms as we move through life. To live in alignment with the soul is to honor each moment as part of a sacred journey, recognizing that every experience, emotion, and relationship holds within it the seeds of growth and understanding. This path is one of patience and self-compassion, a gentle acceptance that our lives are a tapestry woven with purpose, even when we cannot see the full pattern. Embracing the journey means learning to trust the timing of our evolution, finding peace in the unknown, and allowing each step to bring us closer to our true essence. Mystical teachings remind us that the soul's journey is marked by cycles of expansion and introspection, times of outward expression balanced with periods of inner reflection. In these cycles, we find both joy and challenge, each playing a vital role in our growth. There are moments of clarity when our purpose feels illuminated, and times of uncertainty when we may question the path. Yet every phase holds meaning, for it is often in the times of struggle or pause that we discover the depths of our resilience and strength. To embrace the journey is to trust in these rhythms, to accept that our soul knows the path it must take, even when we feel lost. In this trust, we find a quiet strength that grounds us, a sense of peace that transcends circumstance. Living in alignment with the soul also means honoring our inner guidance, staying true to the insights and values that resonate deeply within. This is a path of authenticity, where our actions and choices reflect the truth of our being rather than the expectations or judgments of others. The Rosicrucians spoke of walking the path with heart, a reminder to live from a place of love, courage, and integrity. To align with the soul is to act in harmony with these principles, to let our lives be a reflection of our innermost truth. In doing so, we create a life that feels whole, a life in which each action is a step toward greater self-realization and fulfillment. Embracing the journey of the soul is not about achieving perfection. It is about embracing our humanity, accepting ourselves as we are, and recognizing that each experience brings us closer to our purpose. This path invites us to approach ourselves with compassion, to see our mistakes and struggles as part of the learning process, not as flaws. With each step, we are growing, shedding layers of conditioning, and becoming more aligned with our true essence. When we embrace this journey with love and understanding, we allow ourselves to experience the fullness of life, to find joy in the present, and to see beauty in the unfolding of our own evolution. Take a moment to reflect on your journey so far. Consider the growth you have experienced, the lessons you have learned, and the ways you have come closer to your soul's truth. Embrace the path you have traveled, honoring each step as a part of the greater whole. Know that you are exactly where you need to be, that your soul's journey is uniquely yours, unfolding with wisdom and grace. As you continue forward, let this alignment with your soul guide you, trusting in the journey with an open heart and a quiet mind. In embracing the journey, you find not only yourself but also the profound peace that comes from living in harmony with the essence of who you are. Final chapter. Integrating the layers of the soul, a meditation on wholeness. As you reach the close of this journey, you have traveled through the many layers of your soul, peeling back the conditioning, unveiling hidden aspects, and reconnecting with the profound truth within. Now, you are invited to bring all these pieces together, to experience yourself as a whole being, perfectly imperfect, radiant in both light and shadow. Integration is the culmination of this journey, a sacred act of uniting all aspects of your being in harmony. In this chapter, we will explore a meditation designed to guide you in embracing the fullness of who you are, aligning with the wisdom, love, and purpose that lies at the core of your soul. Find a comfortable, quiet space where you can sit or lie down, free from distractions. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths, allowing your body to relax and your mind to settle. Feel yourself becoming present, here and now, letting go of any thoughts or worries. As you breathe, begin to visualize a warm, gentle light surrounding you, a light that is both protective and inviting, a light that represents the essence of your soul. This light holds all the wisdom, love, and strength within you, an eternal presence that has accompanied you through every moment of your journey. With each inhale, draw this light into your being, feeling it fill every cell, every corner of your body. As it moves through you, this light begins to dissolve any lingering doubts, fears, or judgments. Feel yourself softening, releasing, allowing all the layers of your soul to come together in harmony. Imagine this light moving through each layer, through the masks and roles you wear, through the shadow aspects you have embraced, through the archetypes that guide you. Let the light bring unity to every part of you, weaving each layer into a cohesive whole, a tapestry of your unique self. You are no longer fragmented. You are complete, whole, aligned. Now, bring your awareness to the center of your being, the space where your deepest truth resides. In this place, feel the presence of your higher self, the guiding wisdom that has walked beside you throughout your journey. Allow this part of you to speak, not in words but in feeling, a quiet knowing that reassures you of your purpose, your worth, and your place in the universe. This is the voice of your soul, the eternal essence within that remains unchanged, no matter the outer circumstances. In this stillness, let yourself be enveloped by the love and acceptance of your higher self, allowing it to fill you with a sense of peace and alignment. As you continue to breathe, visualize each layer of your soul harmonizing, merging into the light at your center. Here, you are connected to both your individuality and the vastness of the universe, to the unique path of your soul and the oneness of all existence. Feel the boundaries between you and the world dissolve, as you become part of the universal flow, part of the rhythm of life itself. There is nothing you lack, nothing you need to prove. You are enough, complete and whole, exactly as you are. Embrace this feeling, letting it sink deeply into your consciousness, anchoring you in the truth of your being. When you are ready, gently bring your awareness back to your body, feeling the weight of your physical form, the warmth of the light still within you. Open your eyes, carrying with you the peace and wholeness of this moment. Know that you can return to this space whenever you feel the need to reconnect with your true self, to remember your purpose, and to align with the wisdom of your soul. This journey of integration is lifelong, a continuous unfolding of the layers of your being. Embrace it with openness and gratitude, knowing that you are forever held in the light of your own soul, guided by the timeless truths that reside within.